I'm Todd Reynolds. I'm the Executive Director of Theater Workshop of Owensboro. And we're here at our Empress Theater on Frederica Street. It's Tech Week for our show, The Man Who Came to Dinner. This is a reprisal for us of the first show we ever did. So it's very exciting. It's a huge show, lots of people in the cast. And you know, we've done a lot of work to get ready for it. Got a beautiful set, costumes are terrific. Everybody's done a lot of hard work memorizing their lines and getting things ready. It's a huge team effort, and we can't wait for this weekend.
Oh, and what is it, Miss Green? How is he? Richard?
I'll go, Mother.
The Man Who Came to Dinner is a play written by Kaufman and Hart, and it was first presented in 1939. So it's a little bit of a dated play, but it has great characters and a lot of energy. It centers around the main character, Sheridan Whiteside, who was a big radio personality, world famous. And he's on a speaking tour through the U.S., and he's passing through a small town in Ohio. He accepts a dinner invitation, and he slips on some ice on the people's front steps and breaks a hip. And so he's been ordered not to leave the house. He's in a wheelchair. He doesn't feel happy about that. He's commandeered the place. The family has to come up the back stairs. And still he's getting phone calls from all over the world, running up their phone bill. He has presents delivered to him for Christmas gifts delivered from everywhere and everything, from an octopus to, you know, all kinds of things. I don't want to give too much away, but it's great fun, and he keeps getting visited by all of these really colorful characters, just bizarre people that he knows, who come to see him, to check on him, and make sure that he's doing okay.
And see, I go from here to Crockfield for my semi-annual visit to the Crockfield Home for Paroled Convicts, for which I have raised $500,000 in the last 5 years.
Sheridan Whiteside is John Campbell, who also designed and built the set. A really talented fellow who was a member of Theater Workshop back in the old days when we were in the basement at the Red Hotel. He went away and was gone for many, many years, and we're lucky that he's back now and jumped right back in with us. We have Maggie Cutler, who's played by Tara Barron. She's an actress of some considerable talent, but this is her first show for Theater Workshop. She is here because her husband, Timmy Barron, who's an Owensboro native, moved back here, and so they're here for a while, and hopefully a long while. Timmy plays the character Banjo, who shows up and wreaks some crazy havoc. We have Scott Norris, who plays Beverly Carlton, who's kind of a swashbuckling, devil-may-care sort of character. It's just a great cast. Mr. and Mrs. Stanley are David Rourke and Ashley Greer. It's their house that Sheridan Whiteside has taken over, and they're both beside themselves. Mrs. Stanley, because she can't believe such a famous person's in their house, and Mr. Stanley, because he's terribly inconvenienced. So it's just a situation comedy of the best possible sort.
Well, I suppose it's a great honor, his being in the house, but it's a little bit upsetting. I mean, phone ringing all the time, bells going off.
The performances are this weekend, December 8th, 9th, and 10th, and next weekend, the 15th, 16th, and 17th. The Friday and Saturday performances are at 7:30, and the Sunday performances are at 2. You can buy tickets at the door, but it's better to call in advance and get a good seat. You can call our box office at 683-5333, or you can visit us online at www.theaterworkshop.org/tickets and get your seats that way. You know, I've been here for a long time, and when I got here, some of the folks who were actually in this first play were still here, and those folks sort of became my mentors. So here's a tip of the cap to Sid Neal and Jane Brewer and Scott Holder, and those lovely people who were part of that, and I could feel them here, you know, cheering us on. It's a good feeling.